Judge dismisses POJ lawsuit against Chicago's sanctuary city policies. Imagine a world where the federal government tries to dictate local policy, only to be told it has no right to do so. That's exactly what happened when a federal judge dismissed the Trump administration's lawsuit against Illinois, Chicago, and Cook County over their sanctuary city policies. You might be wondering, what's all this fuss about sanctuary cities? Well, these are places that limit cooperation with federal immigration enforcement. The Trump administration saw them as obstacles to their efforts to crack down on undocumented immigrants and decided to sue. But here's where it gets controversial. U.S. District Judge Lindsay C. Jenkins for the Northern District of Illinois Eastern Division delivered a significant blow to the Trump administration's immigration policies. She dismissed the entire lawsuit, stating that the federal government lacked the legal standing to challenge the sanctuary city policies of Illinois, Chicago, and Cook County. These policies, according to the judge, don't interfere with immigration and customs enforcement (ICE) operations or violate the contractual rights of private individuals working with ICE. But what does this mean for the future immigration policy in the United States? Is it right for the federal government to try and dictate local laws, or should states and cities be allowed to decide how they handle undocumented immigrants? The judge's ruling didn't stop there. She also declared that forcing Chicago and Illinois law enforcement to assist federal agents with deportation efforts would be unconstitutional. This is a bold statement that could spark heated debate. Isn't it the duty of the federal government to protect its citizens, or should states have the power to decide how to handle immigration within their borders? Since returning to office, President Trump has made it clear that he views sanctuary cities as a threat to national security. The lawsuit against Illinois and Chicago was part of a broader campaign to target these cities and states, accusing them of obstructing federal immigration enforcement. The White House has argued that sanctuary cities like Chicago make Americans less safe. But is that really the case? Or are these cities simply trying to protect their residents from unjust deportation? The ruling in favor of Illinois and Chicago marks a significant victory for states' rights and local control. It's a reminder that the federal government can't simply dictate policy to states and cities. As the debate over immigration policy continues, it's crucial that we listen to all sides and consider the complex issues at play. Judge dismisses Trump admin lawsuit against Chicago's sanctuary laws. Full breakdown. A significant legal victory for Chicago's sanctuary policies. On July 25, 2025, a judge in Illinois made a pivotal ruling by dismissing a lawsuit brought forth by the Trump administration that aimed to challenge the restrictions Chicago has placed on the collaboration between local police and federal immigration authorities. This decision is not just a legal formality. It underscores a broader debate about immigration enforcement and local governance. Understanding the lawsuit. The lawsuit, initiated in February, claimed that Chicago's sanctuary laws were obstructing federal immigration enforcement efforts. The administration argued that these local regulations were in direct conflict with federal laws, as they limited the ability of local governments to share immigration-related information with federal law enforcement. This, they contended, hindered immigration agents from identifying individuals who might be subject to deportation. Judge Lindsay Jenkins, presiding over the Northern District of Illinois, sided with the defendants and granted a motion to dismiss the case. This ruling is significant, as it reaffirms the autonomy of local jurisdictions in determining their own policies regarding immigration. Reactions from city officials. In response to the ruling, Chicago Mayor Brandon Johnson expressed his satisfaction, emphasizing that the decision enhances public safety by allowing police to concentrate on the needs of the community rather than federal immigration enforcement. He stated, "This ruling affirms what we have long known, that Chicago's welcoming city ordinance is lawful and supports public safety, that the city cannot be compelled to cooperate with the Trump administration's reckless and inhumane immigration agenda." Governor J.B. Pritzker also celebrated the outcome, taking to social media to declare, "Illinois just beat the Trump administration in federal court." Cook County State's Attorney Eileen O'Neill Burke praised Judge Jenkins' decision, highlighting the importance of allowing victims and witnesses of crimes to feel safe in coming forward. She remarked, "The Trump administration's continued attempts to bully local communities into adopting their preferred policies are not only unlawful, but counter to our values and ability to fight crime effectively. The broader context. This lawsuit is part of a larger pattern, as the Trump administration has pursued multiple legal actions against various states and cities that have adopted policies perceived as obstructing immigration enforcement. Cities like Los Angeles, New York City, Denver, and Rochester have all faced similar challenges. In fact, just this past May, the administration filed lawsuits against 4 cities in New Jersey. Chicago, a city with a long-standing commitment to being a sanctuary for immigrants, has strengthened its protective laws over the years, particularly during Trump's presidency. Notably, in 2017, then-Governor Bruce Rauner, a Republican, enacted additional statewide sanctuary protections, which put him at odds with many in his party. What lies ahead? The term sanctuary city lacks a formal definition, but it generally refers to local policies that limit cooperation with Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE. While ICE is responsible for enforcing immigration laws across the United States, it often relies on local and state assistance. As this legal battle unfolds, it raises important questions about the balance of power between federal and local authorities. How do we ensure public safety while respecting the rights of all community members? What are your thoughts on the implications of sanctuary policies? Join the conversation in the comments below.